Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, we'll look at how to pronounce words that begin with TR and DR blends. So for many people, this is a challenging combination of sounds, and typically it's because of the R sound, but also because of the position of T and D in the mouth. So we'll talk about a few different strategies that I suggest you try, and different strategies will help different people because the challenges come from different backgrounds, different reasons. So when we're saying words with TR, like tree, train, try, true, you might find that some are easier and some are more difficult depending on what the vowel is after the R. So one strategy that I like when it comes to things with R blends is to say the word first without the T or the D. For example, I would just try saying re and then tree. If I can say re easily, it means my R is solid, my American R position. And then to add the T to the R, tree, basically, I have to change how I'm making my R slightly in order to be able to lift the tongue in the front to make the T. So for many people, the TR, if you have a language that has an R that's rolled and made in the front, like R, it's harder to go to that back, tight, bunched American R or retroflex R because the T is lifted in the front just like the R would be. And so you may need to notice that for TR and DR words, you may have a tendency to do tri or dri, where you're kind of doing a roll of the R instead of tree or drift, for example. So again, if I say my R first, tree, I may be able to take that R shape and just keep it as I'm adding my T sound or my D sound. We do have to change the R a little bit, but basically if the back of my tongue is braced, I should feel the sides of the tongue bracing against the inner upper sides of the teeth. So it's kind of midway back in your mouth. When you're doing re, you should be able to feel that there's connection between your teeth and your tongue. And then when I add the T, tree, that connection is there even as I'm saying the T sound so that my tongue can immediately make the R sound after the T. Otherwise, I end up with something more like tari, where I'm kind of going through a schwa sound before my R, and it will be hard to understand what sounds you're making, tari, rather than tree, because these blends really do come together as one sound. Same thing with the DR. I would just try saying, for example, rift, drift. As I'm saying that D, the same thing is happening. My R shape at the back of my tongue and the bracing in the back of my tongue is already happening as I'm saying the D. I also notice when I do that tree, and rift, drift, that my tongue is lifting a little further back for the T and the D than it normally would. If I'm just saying something like to or do, I can make my tongue right close to my front upper teeth on the alveolar ridge. So the bumpy spot on the roof of your mouth behind your teeth is where we usually lift for T and D. When I do tree and drift, for example, my tongue may be a little bit further back than usual in order to be able to keep that tongue braced in the back. So that's one strategy. Start with your R and then add your D or your T to the same word. Same thing would be rain, train, rye, try, rue, true, rain, drain, rye, dry, and raw, draw. If that doesn't help you, another thing that you can think about trying to do is just saying the TR and DR sounds and build that from something that might be easier, which is the GR sound like grr, or the KR sound like cur. So I would start with K for the T, trying cur, tur. So tur is not what I'm doing here in tree. That will end up with that turi sound. But if that's the only way I can make that combination of a T and an R, what I can do is tur, tra, kind of trying to move from the tur to the tra sound. Turi, tree. So I'm just making less and less space between the T and the R sounds, shaping that TR blend. Same thing with GR. I can do gur. For example, we'll do gur, dur, dur, dry, dry, dry. That's the second choice because it's better not to have that schwa sound before our and to really just go right to try and dry, for example. But for some people, that first strategy doesn't work. So playing around with focusing on the R when you're trying to do these R blends can be fairly helpful. One other comment I have about these sounds is that basically if your R is more solid, the R blends should happen for you more easily. And you will hear that some people notice that when they're doing the TR, they feel it sounds a little bit like a CH, like try versus try. So the ch sound is further back. This is not something I would recommend doing, but you can just play around with the CH sound, like chain, train, and just feel if that helps you at all. I do have a video about CH words and TR words that you can check out for more details on that. I hope this helped you with this challenging combination of sounds, TR and DR blends. You can get much more help for our American R sounds in the American R playlist here on the channel, and all of the Sounds of English in our Sounds of English course on speechmodification.com. That course walks you through sounds, sound combinations, spelling, gives you tips and tricks for sounds that may be difficult for you, and just understanding how to build those sounds into words and then be confident using those words in fluent speech. Check it out on our website, speechmodification.com. That's our Sounds of English course. Thanks so much for watching this video. I'll be back tomorrow with a Word of the Day class, and on Saturday we'll have our live question and answer class. If you have a request, a question, or a comment, feel free to leave that in the comments. I'll get back to you with an answer, or I'll add your topic or your word to my list to cover in a future video. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye everyone. Hope to see you again soon.